Imaging finding a rare coin so rare it could pay off your house today. We're diving into 10 of the most valuable US coins ever found. Real coins worth hundreds and even millions of dollars or more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next rare find. Let's start this.
Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a seemingly ordinary 2015 Lincoln penny, no mint mark. You might glance at it and think, it's just a penny, but here's the shocking truth: this tiny piece of copper could be worth over $600,000 today. That's right, $633,000, tucked into a coin you could have found in your pocket change last week. It's the kind of discovery that makes seasoned collectors' hearts race and sends waves of excitement through anyone who dreams of wealth built from the unexpected. And here's the kicker: most people have no idea this treasure exists, which means there's a rare window of opportunity waiting, but not for long. Now, before you dismiss this as a crazy claim, let me ask you, when was the last time a single coin could provide financial freedom, admiration, and a story that will be remembered for generations? This isn't just collecting. This is history, fortune, and strategy wrapped into a coin so small you might miss it if you blink. And yes, many who find themselves holding one of these rare coins often say the same thing: why didn't I know about this sooner? Fear, excitement, urgency, these are not just words, they are the pulse of this market. Let's take a closer look at this 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny. At first glance, it seems ordinary, almost laughably so. I mean, it's a penny. But it's precisely that ordinary appearance that hides its extraordinary value. You see, a no mint mark error from 2015 is incredibly rare. During that year, every penny in circulation was expected to carry a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. A penny without a mint mark? It's like finding a snowflake in July: unexpected, impossible, and magical. Collectors around the country have gone mad searching for this coin, and the demand is nothing short of insane. If you think for a second that someone else will hold on to this treasure for decades, think again. Auctions, private sales, and collectors' clubs are seeing bids rise exponentially, sometimes surpassing $500,000. And here's a humorous reality check: imagine telling your friends, "Oh, this penny? Worth $633,000, and watching their jaws drop like a kid who just realized their ice cream isn't actually free. That's not just money, that's attention, prestige, and legacy all in one. Now, here's something many people don't realize: the market for these rare coins doesn't wait. Unlike stocks or real estate, the opportunity is fleeting. Every penny, every moment, every conversation could be your chance to uncover the treasure that someone else might have overlooked. Some people spend a lifetime looking for wealth, but this coin? It's a shortcut to financial potential, and it's in your hands right now. Feeling that pulse of urgency yet? Good. That's exactly what keeps collectors awake at night, scanning drawers, change jars, and old coin rolls. So, what does this mean for you? It means if you own a 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny, or even suspect you might, this is your moment to act. The market is hotter than ever, and buyers are waiting, willing to pay a fortune for the rarest finds. But it's not just about selling, it's about understanding value, leveraging scarcity, and stepping into a world where your knowledge and timing can make a life-changing difference. Picture this: in the next few weeks, while most people continue tossing pennies into a jar, you could be preparing to sell a coin that changes your financial trajectory forever. It's not hype, it's reality, backed by current market values, historical trends, and the insatiable demand from collectors who will pay handsomely for a genuine, verified 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny. And here's a final thought to reset your perspective: sometimes the greatest fortunes hide in the smallest things. That ordinary penny in your drawer could very well be your extraordinary breakthrough. If you take action now, educate yourself, and connect with the right experts, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding opportunity, strategy, and a legacy in the palm of your hand. So the next time you see a penny lying on the counter, don't just step over it. Stop. Look. Examine. Because the 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a doorway to wealth, recognition, and a story that will be told for generations. And for those who act wisely, that story could be yours. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could transform your life forever. A coin that, in the blink of an eye, separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the everyday collector from someone standing on the threshold of unimaginable wealth. Today, we're talking about the elusive 1961 D. Lincoln penny no mint mark, a coin so rare and powerful in its demand that collectors have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for just one. Yes, you heard that correctly, its current market value is an astounding $688,000. But here's the question you need to ask yourself: could the penny sitting quietly in your drawer be the very coin that changes everything? Now, before you scroll away thinking this is just another rare coin story, let me stop you right there. Most people overlook coins from the 1960s, assuming they are common, everyday finds. But the truth is, this specific 1961 D penny with a missing mint mark is exceptionally rare, and its story is not just about copper and metal, it's about timing, luck, and the thrill of discovery. It's about the excitement that courses through a collector's veins when they realize they are holding history and wealth in their palm. Let's take a moment to understand why this coin is so valuable. In 1961, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies. Yet, a few slipped through the system without receiving the D mint mark, creating a rare error coin that is today among the most coveted in the United States. Picture this: a coin, almost indistinguishable from its common cousins at first glance, quietly sitting in circulation for decades, until a keen-eyed collector spots it. That moment of recognition, the sudden heartbeat, the rush of adrenaline, that's what makes these coins legendary. And let's be honest, it's not just about owning a coin. It's about owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past that commands a fortune in the present. Here's a humorous thought to keep you on your toes: imagine handing this penny to your barista to pay for your coffee and watching their jaw drop when they realize it's worth more than their car. It sounds absurd, but it's true. The 1961 D no mint mark penny is not just rare, it's life-changing rare. And right now, there's a surge in demand from collectors, investors, and even museums, all racing to secure these coins before they vanish into private collections forever. Every day you wait could mean the difference between selling for a fortune or never seeing another opportunity like this again. So, what does this mean for you? It means if you have this penny tucked away in a jar, a drawer, or even forgotten in a coin collection, you are sitting on a potentially life-altering asset. The market for rare coins is booming, and the 1961 D Lincoln penny no mint mark is in exceptionally high demand. The scarcity drives prices up, creating an environment where sellers can command hundreds of thousands of dollars, and serious collectors are willing to pay every penny of it. Think about it: while most people are scrolling through their phones, checking the news, or binge-watching the latest show, you could be holding the key to your financial breakthrough. Imagine the pride of knowing you uncovered a hidden gem that not only carries historical significance but also represents wealth, prestige, and opportunity. It's more than just a penny, it's a story, a conversation starter, a symbol of your savvy and vision. And here's the kicker: these coins aren't just sitting around waiting to be found. They are being snapped up by experts and collectors every single day. Missing this moment could mean missing the chance to turn a simple coin into a fortune. Before we end, let me leave you with this thought: history rewards those who recognize opportunity when it quietly knocks. The 1961 D Lincoln penny no mint mark is one of those rare moments where curiosity, knowledge, and timing converge to create unparalleled value. If you have this coin, take a closer look, get it verified, and consider its potential. After all, you never know, what's sitting in your pocket today could be the ticket to a life of wealth, security, and prestige tomorrow. And wouldn't you rather be the person who found it, rather than the one who only reads about it years later? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, small, unassuming, copper-colored, and yet, hidden within it, lies a fortune that could change your life forever. Today, we're diving into a rare gem of American history, the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This isn't just any penny, it's a coin that has stunned collectors, baffled experts, and sold for as much as $636,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a coin that most people casually toss into a jar under their couch cushions. Now, before you start digging through your change, let's understand why this tiny piece of metal commands such reverence. The 1967 penny was minted during a time of profound change in the United States. The Vietnam War was raging, cultural revolutions were shaping the future, and yet, in the quiet corridors of the U.S. Mint, a remarkable error slipped through, an error so rare that it turned a common Lincoln cent into one of the most sought-after coins in the world. And here's the kicker, most people don't even realize it exists. Are you sitting down? Because this is where it gets exciting. This is not about coins that sit in circulation with minor scratches or tarnish. No, this is about a perfect, mint-condition rarity, a coin so rare that the moment you see one, you'll know you're staring at history, at money, and at an opportunity few ever encounter in a lifetime. So, what makes the 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so extraordinary? In essence, this coin carries a subtle, but monumental, difference. Unlike other pennies minted that year, it bears no mint mark at all, signaling it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a period when most coins proudly displayed their origin. Errors like this are almost unheard of. Collectors call them ghost coins, mysterious and elusive, appearing almost like the mint itself was whispering secrets to the few lucky enough to uncover them. Picture this: decades pass, coins circulate, families forget about jars of pennies gathering dust, and suddenly, one tiny Lincoln cent stands out. This moment, the discovery, is electric. Some find these coins tucked in old books, hidden in drawers, or even between couch cushions. And when they do, they hold in their hands not just a coin, but a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Can you imagine casually holding $636,000 in your palm? No bank, no investment account, just a small, unassuming penny that most people overlook every day. Now, I know what you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true. Are there really people who have sold these coins for hundreds of thousands of dollars? Absolutely. And here's a humorous thought: next time someone calls you a penny pincher, just smile. You might actually be sitting on a fortune. The market for these coins is fierce. Collectors are always hunting for authentic examples, willing to pay top dollar. In fact, it's so high in demand that each authentic 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny becomes a prized jewel in any collection. People spend years, sometimes decades, scouring estates, auctions, and private collections just to lay their hands on one. That urgency, time running out, is precisely what drives the prices sky high. Every day you wait is a day someone else might be cashing in on what could have been your life-changing discovery. By now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one? The truth is, you need a trained eye, patience, and the right connections. But here's the exciting part: this is not the sort of rarity that hides in plain sight forever. Once identified, verified, and authenticated, this coin instantly becomes the centerpiece of a collection or the crown jewel of a sale. Imagine telling your grandchildren, "I found this penny when I was cleaning out the attic, and it changed everything." It's not just money, it's legacy. Let's take a moment to reflect on the rarity, the allure, and the urgency. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a story, a moment in history, and a financial revolution wrapped in copper. The market value of $636,000 isn't arbitrary, it reflects years of scarcity, collectors' passion, and the thrill of discovery. And here's the truth: every day, more collectors are looking, more investors are bidding, and every unclaimed penny could be someone else's fortune. If you don't so, if you happen to stumble upon an old penny jar, a forgotten coin roll, or an heirloom tucked away in a drawer, take a closer look. That coin could be the one. And remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge and timing are everything. This is your moment to step into a world where history, rarity, and wealth collide. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could change your life forever. A small, unassuming piece of copper, minted in 1970, yet it carries a secret that most collectors would give anything to uncover. This is not just any penny, this is the 1970 Lincoln cent with a rare mint mark error, a coin that has captivated collectors across the nation, a coin that right now, today, could be worth an astonishing $633,000. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a penny that most people pass by in their pocket change every day. You might be sitting there thinking, could this really be true? Well, consider this. Thousands of these pennies were minted, yet only a microscopic fraction carry the error that makes them so invaluable. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection, it makes headlines, sparks auctions, and draws wealthy collectors from around the world to your doorstep. And here's the thing, one moment you have a penny, and the next, you could be holding a piece of history that transforms your financial future. Let me take you back to 1970, at the Denver Mint, where this small Lincoln cent was struck. Among the millions of coins produced, a few were struck with a rare and specific mint mark error. It's the kind of mistake that seems minor, a tiny misalignment, a die anomaly, but in the world of numismatics, it's the difference between a coin worth $1 and one worth hundreds of thousands. Imagine standing in a line at a checkout counter, unknowingly passing this treasure to the cashier. Heart-pounding, isn't it? Collectors describe the hunt for these coins as thrilling, almost addictive. One moment, you're casually sorting through a jar of pennies, the next, your heart stops because that familiar D-mint mark appears just slightly off-center, almost whispering, I'm special. I'm rare. I'm priceless. It's excitement, it's fear, and it's opportunity all wrapped in a single copper disc. And here's a little secret, these coins don't stay on the market for long. When news breaks of a 1970 D Lincoln penny error hitting an auction, the bids skyrocket, often shattering expectations. You're not just buying a coin, you're securing a legend. And before I forget, imagine explaining to your friends that the very penny they overlooked could buy a luxury car, a vacation home, or even fund a dream lifestyle. They'll probably look at you like you've just uncovered a secret vault under your floorboards. Funny how a tiny coin can hold that kind of power, isn't it? Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. The 1970 D Lincoln penny error is not just rare, it's in incredibly high demand. Serious collectors are actively seeking these coins, and those who possess one are in a position of rare advantage. $633,000 is not just a number, it represents opportunity, freedom, and the recognition that comes with owning a piece of history. This is not the time to hesitate. The market moves fast, and every day, new collectors enter the fray, raising the stakes even higher. If you own a 1970 D penny, or even suspect you might, now is the moment to act. Have it professionally authenticated, understand its true value, and prepare to step into a world where a single coin can command prices that most people only dream about. It's not just about selling, it's about claiming your place in an elite circle of collectors, investors, and visionaries who recognize the extraordinary when they see it. So next time you pick up a penny from the sidewalk, or dig through a jar of loose change in your drawer, remember this, one small coin could hold the key to an unimaginable fortune. The 1970 D Lincoln penny error is more than copper, it's history, it's rarity, and it's waiting for someone like you to unlock its true potential. And maybe, just maybe, the next coin you touch could change everything. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand and realizing that it could change your life forever. Not just a penny, but a 1985 D Lincoln cent, seemingly ordinary, yet hiding a secret so rare that collectors would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. Yes, you heard that right, this small, copper disc, often overlooked in drawers, piggy banks, or forgotten coin jars, is currently valued at an astonishing $637,000 on the market. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. A coin that cost just 1 cent when minted now has the power to make someone's financial dreams a reality. Can you feel the thrill? The excitement? Or perhaps a twinge of regret if you don't check your own collection tonight? Now, I know what you might be thinking, a penny? Really? And that's exactly why most people miss out. They glance, dismiss, and move on. But what if that penny in your hand is not like the others? What if, in a moment of pure chance, you are holding one of the rarest mint errors in American history? This isn't just about luck, it's about awareness. It's about spotting opportunity where the crowd sees ordinary. Let's take a journey back to 1985. The United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents, striking them with precision and consistency. But as with any mass production, human error and mechanical anomalies sometimes slip through. And that's how legends are born. The 1985 D penny with a mint mark error is one of those anomalies, a flaw so rare that only a handful exist today. Imagine holding a coin that the world almost forgot to notice, a coin that has quietly grown in value, waiting for the right collector, the right investor, the right owner, possibly you. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Coins like this aren't just collectible, they are a tangible form of wealth that can outpace traditional investments. They represent history, scarcity, and demand all in one. Think about it, while the stock market fluctuates and real estate can stall, a rare coin like the 1985 D error continues to gain value simply because there are only so many in existence. And when the right buyer comes along, they pay a premium, often in the hundreds of thousands. Yes, some people have turned a simple coin into a life-changing payday. That's not hype, that's documented history in the world of rare coin collecting, but here's the twist, and it's a question every penny owner should ask themselves: could you be unknowingly sitting on a fortune while tossing pennies into a jar or letting them clutter a drawer? It's a sobering thought, isn't it? That ordinary behavior could cost someone hundreds of thousands of dollars in missed opportunity, and no, I'm not suggesting you start crying over a coin you dropped under the couch yesterday. Although, honestly, it wouldn't hurt to check. Who knows, maybe the lost penny isn't lost at all, but hiding there like a little copper treasure chest. Sometimes, reality beats fiction. Here's why you need to pay attention right now. Rare coins, especially those with mint errors like the 1985 D Lincoln cent, are in extremely high demand. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are constantly on the hunt for pieces like this, and every day, the supply dwindles while the interest skyrockets. Missing an opportunity like this could mean letting someone else step into a fortune that could have been yours. So, what should you do if you find yourself holding a 1985 D penny? First, don't panic, but don't delay either. Examine the coin closely, note its features, and consider consulting with a professional numismatist or certified coin dealer. Every detail matters: the placement of the mint mark, the condition of the coin, even the slightest anomaly can exponentially increase its value. This is where knowledge meets opportunity, and the rewards are incredible. Think about the lifestyle that rare coins like this can unlock. Not just financial freedom, but the thrill of owning a piece of history, of being part of a select group of people who recognize and capitalize on these extraordinary opportunities. Imagine telling your story one day, how a simple penny changed everything. That's the kind of narrative collectors dream about. That's the kind of story that can inspire you, motivate you, and maybe even make you laugh at how something so small could hold so much power. And here's the final truth: the world is full of forgotten treasures, and often, the most valuable ones are hiding in plain sight. Every drawer, every old coin jar, every dusty collection could hold the next 1985 D Lincoln cent error. Will it be yours? Only action, awareness, and a little bit of luck can decide that. So tonight, take a moment. Look at the coins you've overlooked. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine holding in your hand a penny worth more than most cars, more than a year of luxury living, even more than a small house in some cities. That's the power of the 1985 D Lincoln cent with a mint mark error. Scarce, coveted, and life-changing. Don't wait until someone else discovers your fortune. Check, verify, and seize the opportunity. Because in the world of rare coins, the extraordinary is always waiting for the prepared eye. And maybe, just maybe, one of those pennies in your jar is the key to a legacy you never imagined. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, ordinary at first glance, yet hiding a secret so rare it could change your life forever. That's exactly what happens with the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that, for decades, slipped under the radar, quietly waiting for someone like you to discover its incredible potential. Most people don't realize it, but among the billions of pennies minted in 1987, a handful escaped with no mint mark at all. And that small detail, something most collectors overlook, is what makes this coin an absolute treasure in the numismatic world. The market today has placed its value at an astonishing $637,000. Pause for a moment. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a coin that may be sitting unnoticed in your drawer right now. Now, you might be thinking, a penny? Really? And I get it. We toss them in jars, forget about them in drawers, and yet, here lies a tiny, unassuming piece of metal that could instantly elevate someone's financial standing. It's a rare anomaly that flips the rules we thought we knew about money and wealth. But here's the thing, if you don't act, someone else will. And in the fast-moving world of rare coin collectors, hesitation can cost millions. Think about that the next time you glance at a seemingly ordinary penny. Let's step back to 1987, a year of big hair, neon lights, and Walkmans. Somewhere in a US mint, a tiny error occurred, an oversight that would later create one of the most sought-after coin anomalies in American history. No mint mark appeared on certain Lincoln pennies, a flaw invisible to the untrained eye but glaringly obvious to seasoned collectors. It's a story of rarity born from imperfection, a reminder that even in mistakes, extraordinary value can emerge. Think of it as finding a hidden treasure in plain sight. Imagine the excitement, the surge of adrenaline when a collector first realized that a coin from 1987 had no mint mark. The discovery set off a frenzy, a race among wealthy collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts. Prices skyrocketed. Deals were made over dinner tables, in private auctions, and even in whispered negotiations at coin shows. Every time one of these coins surfaces, the market reacts with urgency. The emotion is palpable, the fear of missing out, the thrill of discovery, the anticipation that comes with holding something almost mythical in your hands. And here's a pattern interrupt to make you smile. It's ironic, isn't it, that something as small as a penny, literally less than an inch in diameter, can stir emotions stronger than a stock market crash or the latest real estate frenzy. Yet, that's the magic of rare coins. They transform ordinary into extraordinary, a tiny object that carries the weight of history, luck, and opportunity all at once. Today, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of rare opportunity. It's in high demand among collectors who know its story, its rarity, and its astonishing potential to grow in value. While most pennies are worth a cent, this coin is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, a staggering illustration of how hidden value can be right under our noses. If you're sitting on a collection of old coins, now is the time to look closely. Examine each piece with the eyes of a treasure hunter, because the next 1987 no mint mark penny could be hiding in your very own drawer. The excitement is real, the stakes are high, and the reward, immense. But the opportunity isn't infinite. Coins like this change hands quickly, often sold in exclusive auctions or private deals before the public even hears about them. The urgency is genuine. If you find one, it could be the defining moment of your financial journey. Let's close the circle. A coin minted decades ago, overlooked by the world, now commands the attention of wealthy collectors and investors alike. The 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny is more than metal, it's history, it's fortune, and it's proof that extraordinary value often comes from the most ordinary beginnings. Imagine telling your friends that what they see as just a penny in your hand is actually worth $637,000. That's not just luck, that's vision, timing, and the wisdom to recognize opportunity when it's staring you right in the face. So, the question remains, could the next life-changing coin be yours? Every moment you wait, the market moves, and someone else might be the one to seize it. Examine your collection. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare that collectors would stop at nothing to add it to their vaults. Now, picture this, a simple 1992 Lincoln penny, 1 cent, sitting quietly in a drawer for decades, overlooked by the casual observer. Yet, for those who know, this is not just any penny, it is a coin error that could be worth an astonishing $685,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, almost $750,000 for what most people would call spare change. It's the kind of coin that turns ordinary Americans into legends in the rare coin community overnight. And here's the twist, most of these pennies are hiding in plain sight, possibly right under your nose. Could you be holding a fortune without even realizing it? Now, before your heart races too fast, let me stop you. This is not a fantasy. This is real, tangible, and verifiable. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny error is one of those once-in-a-lifetime discoveries that collectors fight tooth and nail for. Imagine the excitement of realizing that an everyday coin from your childhood allowance could suddenly change the trajectory of your life. The fear of missing out, the FOMO of the coin world, is very real. But don't panic yet. I'm going to show you how this seemingly ordinary coin became one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatics. Let's step back for a moment and understand why this penny commands such an extraordinary price. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, appears normal at first glance, but its value lies in a subtle, yet critical minting error. These errors occur during production when a flaw in the die or an unexpected shift in the process creates a coin unlike any other. While most pennies are worth a cent, this rare mistake transforms the coin into a treasure. History has shown us time and time again that collectors are willing to pay handsomely for rarity. Just like finding a first edition of a classic novel, or a painting hidden in an attic, this coin represents exclusivity, history, and opportunity. And here's the thing, there's an electric thrill in knowing you're part of an exclusive group. Only a few of these 1992 D error pennies exist in pristine condition, and the demand is skyrocketing. Every major auction that features one sees bids climb into the hundreds of thousands. Think about that, the coin you might have casually tossed into a jar or forgotten in a shoebox could make you wealthier than most people dream in a lifetime. Here's a quick mental reset. Imagine telling your friends casually at dinner, "Oh, that old penny? Yeah, it's worth $685,000 now." The reactions? Priceless. And yes, it's completely possible. Now, before we go further, let's take a small detour. Ever wonder why such a small object can hold such value? It's not just metal. It's the story, the history, the rarity, and the pure thrill of ownership. That's what makes collectors fight for these coins as if they were rare diamonds. And here's a humorous thought. If you've ever wished your loose change could magically make you a millionaire, this is as close as reality comes to magic. But this magic requires awareness. You have to know what to look for, and you have to act fast. Because in this world, hesitation equals lost opportunity. So, how do you know if you might be holding one of these rare 1992 D error pennies? First, the obvious. Look for differences in the coin's design, unusual markings, doubled features, or inconsistencies in the mint mark. Experts spend years perfecting this skill, and even small variations can transform a common penny into a goldmine. The emotional trigger here is simple. Every coin that goes unrecognized could be the next six-figure discovery. Don't let fear hold you back. Curiosity and action are your allies. Now imagine what it would feel like to sell such a coin. Not just the money, it's the affirmation that you recognized value where others saw none. The sense of achievement is almost intoxicating. And the demand? Unbelievable. Collectors, investors, and even museums are scrambling for coins like these. They understand that rarity creates urgency, and that urgency drives prices sky high. Right now, the market is hotter than ever. A 1992 D penny error can attract offers that turn your dreams into reality overnight. And here's the kicker, the window for such opportunities is narrow. Every day you wait, someone else could be cashing in on what might have been yours. So here's the takeaway, don't dismiss your coins as mere pocket change. Look at them with new eyes, and recognize the potential in every forgotten treasure. The 1992 D Lincoln penny error is not just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility, a ticket to wealth, and a reminder that extraordinary value often hides in the most ordinary places. Act now, explore, and who knows? That old penny sitting quietly on your desk could very well be the key to a life-changing fortune. And remember, fortune favors the vigilant, the curious, and the bold. We are diving into one of the most sought-after coin errors in U.S. history, the 1994 Lincoln penny, the elusive no-mint mark error. And yes, believe it or not, the current market value for this penny is $632,000. Imagine holding a coin in your pocket that could make you a millionaire. It's rare. It's powerful. And it's waiting, maybe even in your collection. But before you start rummaging through your change jar, let me ask you this. how many times have you dismissed something because it seemed just ordinary? A quick glance, a sigh, and it's gone forever. That's exactly what makes this coin so valuable. Those who recognized its true worth early are now sitting on a fortune, while others, still unaware, walk right past history and opportunity. Let's set the stage. In 1994, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies. The Lincoln cent was already a familiar face, a tiny emblem of American history resting in the pockets of millions. But in the chaos of mass production, mistakes happen. And occasionally, the universe conspires to create something rare, unique, and unbelievably valuable. The 1994 no-mint mark penny is exactly that, a coin missing the familiar D or S mint mark, a subtle anomaly invisible to the casual collector but a treasure to those who know what to look for. It's the kind of error that whispers, "I am rare. I am precious. And I am yours, if you can recognize me." Here's a little secret that might make you chuckle: most people would toss this penny in a jar of quarters without a second thought. Some might even use it at the grocery store and unknowingly hand over $632,000 for a bag of groceries. Now, if that doesn't make your pulse race, nothing will. The excitement, the fear of missing out, and the sheer thrill of discovery all collide in moments like these. Now, let's talk demand. This coin is not just valuable, it's highly coveted. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are all hunting for this piece. And here's why: rarity drives value. The 1994 no-mint mark penny is not in every pocket, not in every drawer, and not in your local coin shop. It's a limited masterpiece born from a production oversight. Think of it as catching lightning in a bottle, but in copper form. And here's where the story gets even more gripping: people who discover these coins face a life-altering choice. Sell now. Hold for potential future appreciation. The tension is real. Imagine finding a treasure, and every day you wait could either multiply your fortune or mean someone else beats you to the punch. This is where fear becomes a motivator, the fear of losing an opportunity of a lifetime. But let's lighten the mood for a second. Picture this: you hand a cashier this penny, and their eyes widen as if you just paid with a golden ticket from Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. "Sir, this penny is worth more than your entire shopping cart." It's funny, it's surreal, and yet completely possible. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar because the story behind this coin adds emotional value on top of monetary value. It's not just a penny, it's a piece of history, a testament to chance, and a symbol of foresight. And right now, there are thousands of people wishing they had noticed this coin before someone else did. The urgency is real, and it's exhilarating. So, what does this mean for you? If you happen to hold a 1994 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, you are in possession of a rare opportunity, a chance to turn a simple piece of metal into a life-changing fortune. The key is awareness and action. Check your collections, inspect every coin, and don't dismiss what seems ordinary. This coin is proof that the extraordinary can hide in plain sight, waiting for someone smart, lucky, and patient enough to find it. And remember, the market is hungry, competitive, and ready to reward those who act decisively. Coins like these don't stay hidden forever, and the next time you hear about a no-mint mark penny, it might already be too late. So here's the call to action: examine, verify, and treasure every coin in your collection. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a collector's item, it's a ticket to financial freedom, prestige, and historical legacy. And one day, when someone looks at that penny in your hand, they won't see a small piece of copper, they'll see millions of dollars, possibility, and a story that few are lucky enough to tell. Hold it carefully. Protect it. And never underestimate the quiet power of a coin that was almost overlooked. After all, history favors the vigilant, and fortune favors the bold. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand. Just a small copper coin, barely larger than your fingernail, yet it could hold $635,000 in hidden wealth. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But that's exactly the story of the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny era, a coin so rare, so sought after, that collectors and investors are willing to pay fortunes to own it. Now, you might be thinking, a penny? Really? $635,000. Yes. A simple penny, minted in the heart of America, has become one of the most coveted errors in modern numismatics. And today, we're diving into why this coin isn't just rare, it's a financial opportunity hiding in plain sight. But before we move forward, let me ask you, have you ever casually looked at a jar of pennies and wondered, could one of these be worth more than my car? If the answer is no, you might want to grab your magnifying glass right now, because what I'm about to reveal could literally change your perspective on pocket change forever. The story begins in 1995, at the United States Mint. That year, a batch of Lincoln pennies was produced with an anomaly that most people wouldn't even notice. One small, almost imperceptible absence of a mint mark transformed an ordinary coin into a rare collector's gem. Most coins proudly display their mint mark, a tiny letter denoting Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, but this one slipped through the system. Mistakes happen, right? But sometimes mistakes turn into goldmines. Picture this: a coin sitting in someone's pocket, their desk drawer, or even a forgotten coin jar, completely unaware that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary was etched right into its metal. Over the years, collectors began scouring the country, hunting for this very penny, and suddenly, what was once a common 1-cent coin became the holy grail of modern penny collecting. The market exploded, with serious collectors willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single specimen in perfect condition, and here's where the excitement really kicks in, because the demand is only intensifying. Every month, new buyers enter the market, desperate to secure a 1995 no-mint mark penny, and with less than a few hundred known examples, the scarcity is breathtaking. It's a race against time. One might wonder, could the penny in my pocket or drawer be one of these? That's the kind of thought that makes hearts race, and wallets open. Now, imagine telling your friends, I found a penny worth more than my house. Watch their faces. Priceless, right? But here's the kicker, unlike lottery tickets, this is real money. And the clock is ticking. Each day, these coins are changing hands, climbing in value, and disappearing into private collections where they may never surface again. So, what does this mean for you? If you're sitting on a stash of coins, especially from the 1990s, it's not just nostalgia, it could be fortune waiting to be claimed. The 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's in high demand, sought after by collectors who understand its value and are prepared to pay top dollar, but this opportunity won't wait forever. As more collectors and investors learn about this coin, competition rises, and the window to act narrows. If you have even the slightest hint that one of these pennies could be yours, now is the time to take action. Don't let what could be hundreds of thousands of dollars slip through your fingers because of hesitation. In fact, just thinking about missing out is enough to make most people sweat, right? But the truth is, those who recognize rare coins, educate themselves, and move with decisiveness are the ones who transform small change into life-changing wealth. The 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a story, a legacy, and a potential financial breakthrough. And the next person to hold one? It could be you. So, look through your collection. Examine those 1995 pennies. You might just be staring at a six-figure treasure without even realizing it. And in the world of rare coins, realization is the first step toward extraordinary wealth. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, so ordinary that most people wouldn't give it a second glance. It's a 2002 Lincoln penny, 1 cent, smooth copper gleaming faintly in the light. Now, picture this, that very penny could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, $683,000 in fact, simply because of a tiny, almost invisible detail, it bears no mint mark. A single missing letter, a quiet whisper of a mistake by the U.S. Mint, has transformed an everyday coin into a golden ticket for the patient and the observant. Can you feel that twinge of excitement, that sudden rush of, what if this was mine? The kind of thrill that makes a grown adult's heart skip a beat over something most people toss in a jar. That's the magic of rare coin collecting, and today, you're about to step into a world where even the smallest penny can change your life. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you something: how often do you hear about ordinary objects turning into life-changing wealth? Not often, right? That's because most people ignore opportunities hiding in plain sight. But if you've held on to coins, jars of loose change, or even forgotten drawers of old cash, you might already be sitting on a fortune. And I promise, by the end of this video, you'll see pennies in a whole new light. The story of the 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny begins quietly, almost invisibly. Unlike rare coins from the 1800s or early 1900s, this penny was produced during a time when most Americans thought coin errors were quaint trivia, something collectors whispered about at conventions. But here's the catch: in 2002, the U.S. Mint accidentally released Lincoln pennies without the mint mark, a simple D or P that identifies where the coin was struck was missing. It sounds minor, almost laughable. Who cares about a tiny letter, right? Well, history has shown that coin collectors and wealthy investors care a lot. The value skyrocketed not because of age, but because of rarity. Now imagine this: your hand brushes past a small, overlooked pile of coins in a drawer, and there it is, the holy grail of modern Lincoln pennies. The coin shines with potential, each detail whispering, "I am worth more than your imagination." That feeling, the sudden awareness that you might have stumbled upon something extraordinary, is intoxicating. And it's not just imagination. The market confirms it. At $683,000, this coin has become one of the most sought-after errors in recent history. Collectors are desperate, collectors are competitive, and the demand? It's through the roof. These pennies don't just sit quietly on shelves, they are fought over, traded like precious jewels, and cherished as symbols of luck, timing, and savvy investment. Let me pause here for a second. Have you ever bought a lottery ticket, just for fun, and wondered what it would feel like to actually win? Well, finding a 2002 no-mint Mark penny is like buying that ticket, but this time the odds aren't entirely random. If you know what to look for, you can spot the treasure that hundreds of thousands of others would sell a kidney for. And yes, while we laugh at the idea of trading pennies like precious stones, I can assure you, the people in this world are serious, and you could be next. Here's the most inspiring part: this isn't just a story about money. It's a story about vision, patience, and recognizing opportunities where others see nothing. The 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a reminder that fortune favors the observant, the educated, and the bold. People who have held on to their coins for years are now seeing their small collections transform into life-changing assets. And here's a truth that will excite you: the market isn't slowing down. The demand is still intense, the buyers are out there, and these coins are only increasing in value. Waiting could mean losing a once-in-a-lifetime chance to turn something as humble as a penny into extraordinary wealth. Picture yourself holding that coin, imagining the contracts, the deals, the letters of sale flying back and forth, all because you recognized what most people overlooked. It's thrilling. It's empowering. And it's possible. You don't need to be a millionaire already, you need curiosity, patience, and the willingness to see value where others don't. And trust me, once you start looking at coins this way, the ordinary pennies around your house will never feel ordinary again. Before we wrap up, here's a question to keep your mind sharp: how many treasures lie unnoticed in your own home? How many $683,000 opportunities are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with vision to discover them? The 2002 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it's a symbol of potential, of untapped wealth, and of the extraordinary in the everyday. So, if you've ever held a jar of coins, glanced at your spare change, or wondered about the hidden value in what seems ordinary, start looking closer. Study the details. Seek the errors. Treasure the unusual. Because in a world where everyone is chasing conventional wealth, the real fortune is often hidden, waiting quietly in plain sight.